Good evening. A month or so ago, I was having a discussion with an atheist here on YouTube, and one of the questions he asked me was what heaven was like and what proof God offered of his own existence. This is two of the toughest questions that I've ever been asked. Scientifically, the only answers we have are from people who have died and been resurrected. A white light and a feeling of overwhelming love and peace so strong they did not want to come back. Some with messages from God, others just feeling they had experienced and a vision of a place of perfect beauty and peace. But one thing they all have in common is their lives were changed forever by what happened to them. Some theories in physics, mainly string theory and M theory, make it possible for it to be a real place in another dimension or a parallel universe, but they're still working on that. The other source of information we have is the New Testament. In it, Jesus spoke of heaven and hell, mainly in parables. The closest description comes from the book of Revelations, chapter 21, verses 3 through 8, on what life will be like in heaven. This is from the NIV translation. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, "Now the dwelling place of God is with men, and he will live with them, and they will be his people, and he will be their God. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death, or mourning, or crying, or pain, for the old order of things has passed away." He who was seated on the throne said, "I am making everything new." Then he said, "Write this down, for these words are trustworthy and true." He said to me, "It is done. I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. To him who is thirsty I will give to drink without cost from the spring of the water of life. He who overcomes will inherit all this, and I will be his God, and he will be my son." In heaven it's not servitude as this world knows, but a relationship like father to son. Children of God, not slaves. The true work of God on earth is for us to express real love towards one another, not hatred or cruelty. To lift up the downtrodden, help the needy, be kind even to people who mistreat you, feed those who are hungry, clothe those who are naked, heal those who are sick, and preserve justice. Ask forgiveness when you wrong someone, and give it when wronged. These are the kinds of things God asks of us. This is true worship and expressions of his love in this world. Heaven is a place without evil or fear, an existence so different from this one as to be almost indescribable. It is the home of God Almighty. Now, science allows the possibility. Some people, hundreds, say they've experienced heaven. And these are normal people, not crackpots. The Bible mentions it in many places. This is all the proof we have at the moment. God did say the one way he proves his existence is through prophecy. The book of Daniel is the best example I can give. It, amongst other books, predict Alexander the Great's empire and gives a rundown on historical events from the time period from when his empire starts till well after that, including that he would die at the peak of his power and his kingdom would be broken into 4 parts after his death, and some of the actions of the people who took over after him. The name of the ruler who would allow the Jews to return and rebuild Israel after their destruction by Babylon, the fall of Babylon by the Medo-Persian Empire, the rise of the Greeks under Alexander, and the rise of Rome and its fall. Amazingly, it also talks of the return of Israel to its homeland, the year that Christ was crucified, and much, much more. All of this was prophesied from 70 years before the events happened to hundreds of years before they happened, in fairly clear, concise language, not Nostradamus-style puzzles and anagrams. It does use some symbolic language, but the symbols are provided in the text or nearby. But plain, everyday language that the average person could understand. By the way, the book of Daniel was written during the 6th century BC, somewhere around 590, several hundred years before most prophesied events happened. No one can do this but God. And please understand, I'm not a pastor or a professor. I'm just a simple follower of Yeshua, and I'm doing the best I can to answer a question that has bent the best minds this world has to offer for over 2,000 years. If you have any questions, I'll do the best I can to answer them. And if I don't know, I'll honestly say so, or offer my personal opinion and state it as such. I hope this helps you. God bless and keep all of you. Amen.